Hello YouTube, Dave here again. Welcome back to another replica wrestling belt related video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Purple Winged Eagle version 2 from WWE Shop, or at least it was from WWE Shop. I don't want to get into it too much here. I did record a video where I went on a pretty lengthy rant, but I didn't like the way I don't like being negative. I will say that Fanatics has really made things difficult for, I think, belt fans. They've shifted their focus from just providing replicas from all the different eras to focusing on sports leagues and like autographed belts and stuff like that. So the reason I actually bought this was because it was on sale at the time, but it was also listed as almost gone, which means that there were like less than 10 belts left in stock. And at the beginning of the sale, I checked, there were like 8 available. A couple hours later, I checked again, and there was like 3 available. So I just said, okay, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to get it. So I pulled the trigger, and I've actually had this since I think around the time that I injured my leg. I just haven't gotten around to doing a video on it. So we'll start with the belt bag here, which has like a really nice satiny material. Same thing for the version, the all gold version 2. I think it also has kind of like a satiny material on the top of the belt bag or the front of the belt bag. The back is just your regular material there. You do have the Legends logo along with the Purple Winged Eagle replica too. And let's take a look at the belt itself. It's going to be fingerprints on it because I cannot find my microfiber cloth. Well, I have one, I know where it is, but it's upstairs and I don't want to go get it because going up and down stairs repeatedly is hard on my legs. Hard on my knees still. So, but here we go. We got the lavender belt, the purple strapped Winged Eagle. This was the Royal Rumble 1991 championship that the Ultimate Warrior wore out to the ring, and also to that kind of like uncomfortable promo that he did with Sherry, Sister Sherry or Sensational Sherry, earlier in the show. And now what's interesting is that on the camera here, on the viewfinder for my camera, the strap is coming across a lot more gray looking than it actually is in person. And I don't think I can really do anything about that. But it is a lot more like lavender purple in person. So it is a brighter, more noticeable purple. You just got to trust me on that, I guess. But here's the snap box there. It's your 2x8 on the male side, and then it's your 2x5 on the female side, sort of the standard Reggie Park style snap box there with the belt tip there. The backing is just traditional black, and the screws are covered. We have our logo plate there with the tooling going around it. And we got our 2 side plates here. This is the 4th Winged Eagle video, 5th if you include my mini one. I sold my white version 1 a while back to purchase my black version 2 replica, but I do have 3 full-sized Winged Eagles and 1 mini belt at this point. So for a championship, that was one that I did not like at the time. It was the title because I always felt it was like too small, and I just thought the Intercontinental and tag titles looked better. Considering like that's the way that I felt for decades, it's funny that I have more copies of this belt than any other in my collection. But it is what it is, I guess. The center plate here, again, you got your eagle, and I just love how the light picks up on the feathers there. The world banner is stacked, so it is a separate piece, which is how it was on the real belt as well. So the version 1 replica, the world was actually etched into the plate like everything else. And it is kind of weird that was the only piece that was a relief piece on the Winged Eagle belt, because like it sticks out, but nothing else, like nothing else does. But that's just the way the real belt was. I don't know why Reggie made it that way, but that's the way that he made it. But yeah, it's a really beautiful belt. And again, purple's one of my favorite colors. It's a bit of a lighter shade than I would have preferred. Like I would have liked a nice dark purple, but this is pretty accurate to the way that the belt looked back in the day. And like, so this is the one that Sergeant Slaughter won at the 1991 Royal Rumble. Prior to that, like, the Ultimate Warrior had the championship through 3 different pay-per-views, and in each pay-per-view, he had a different colored strap for the Winged Eagle. So at SummerSlam, he had the baby blue strap. And I've been recording a bunch of videos, and I still haven't fully gotten my voice back, so it's starting to fail on me. I apologize. But he had like the baby blue strap. Although you could see that like one of the sidebars had already broken off, and part of the blue, I guess it was just a blue paint that they put on it, but it was starting to like wear off, and you could actually see just the color of the leather underneath. I don't know how you go to a pay-per-view, with a belt and it's that beat up, but especially considering that, he had just won the title at WrestleMania and had used a black strapped belt before that. But anyway, it's the Ultimate Warrior, I guess, so I shouldn't be too surprised. And then at the Survivor Series, he had a white strapped version of the championship. And then finally at the Royal Rumble, he had this lavender version. There are rumors that, and I tend to believe it, that he had a yellow strap version of the Winged Eagle made, but was never used. And I think that's true because the initial plan before the Royal Rumble was for WrestleMania 7 to be the Hogan Warrior rematch where Hogan would get his win back. But because the Warrior wore the yellow Intercontinental title at WrestleMania when he beat Hogan, the idea of having the yellowed Winged Eagle strap was, to call back to that. And like the last time he wore a belt with that colored strap, he won. So like I'm almost positive that there was one made. I think even there was a replica of it made. I think I swear I've seen somebody do a video of a Figures Inc. belt for the Winged Eagle with the yellow strap, but I can't remember now if it was re-leathered or not. But I'm almost positive that there was a yellow strap one made, but it never appeared on TV. And Sergeant Slaughter would eventually go to using the black Winged Eagle strap with the. I think he even had the Hogan logo played on it, like where this says WWE Champion on this one. They used to have the WWF logo and then Macho Man Randy Savage or Ultimate Warrior or Hulk Hogan underneath before they just all started saying champion. So I think Sergeant Slaughter actually had Hogan's name on the belt that he dropped to him at WrestleMania 7. But yeah, this is like I said, this really nice design. I love the coloration there. And like I said, I've definitely gained a newfound appreciation for the Winged Eagle. It went from one of my least favorite title designs to probably like top 3 now of all time, like WWF championships, WWF/WWE championships. And I don't like a lot of other wrestling companies' belts, if I'm going to be honest. So I've always sort of just liked the WWE title style. And, but yeah, the Winged Eagle is a belt that I never liked. And, now it's one of my favorite designs. So I guess that's what, collecting the belts can really do for you. Anyway, I just want to kind of show that off, and let me know in the comments below, what are your favorite world title designs? Do you have any replicas in your collection? Would you collect the alternate colored, strap versions of the Intercontinental and, Winged Eagle belts, or, do you have any of those in your collection? Like I said, I have the yellow Ultimate Warrior Intercontinental title belt, and like I said, I'm not a Warrior fan at all. Like, I was never a Warrior fan. But I do like the different colored straps. I will say they definitely stand out in your collection. But anyway, thank you all so very much for your time. I appreciate it. We will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.